Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Miami Realty Rundown. I'm Ideal.
And it's Carlos.
And today we are with Liz from Insurance Marketing Center. We're going to dive into home insurance, dun dun dun, and talk about why it's so expensive here in Miami. Flood insurance, cover all of those questions you guys may have. So let's get right into it with the first question.
So, all right, why is insurance so expensive here in Miami, in the beautiful Miami-Dade, as opposed to like the rest of the country?
We're the highest risk.
Why?
We're the most expensive. We're the highest risk area in the state of Florida.
What, even,
Miami-Dade and Broward are the highest most expensive homes.
yes, well, now they are.
Well, that's, you got your high value homes, and then of course you got your wonderful fraud. Claims.
Watch our previous video about another subject on fraud.
But yes, we're the highest risk. So
Of course.
That's
Florida,
why-
beautiful Florida.
Miami-Dade and Broward County are number one in highest premiums in insurance.
So the other counties around the state are slightly less.
They come lower. Yes, we get happy when we get those.
Is there a big difference?
It could be a huge
Yeah.
difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like thousands of dollars.
I have, look, for example, I have a friend, they live in, was it Bradenton, Florida? type of
Bradenton?
area?
Bradenton.
Right. I quoted her homeowners insurance. What, her home is practically new. I think it's built in 2012, around that. It was 1,000 something in premium, and she got it for 300.
What?
Yeah. For the year,
$300?
300. Yeah. When
Is it
she bought the
expected to
home,
go up?
Like 300.00?
300. It was like $300 and some dollars in premium for the
Sweetheart,
year.
we're moving to Bradenton.
No. So
Is that expected to go up, or is that just because
actually,
it's
the rumors are that insurance should be reducing this spring.
okay?
Dade, Broward?
Insurance, yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah. Dade,
Okay.
Broward, everything should be coming down.
Oh, so that goes on to my next question. Are rates still going up this year? You kind of just went over that. No, they're expected
they
to
should
come down.
be from the rumors that I've been hearing. They should be reducing.
Is it like a percentage or like?
I think what I was reading, Citizens was having a reduction of, I think, a 8 point something %. But
It's a good
Oh,
reduction.
not bad.
yeah,
Mendel, Colorado
8 points.
went up almost like 40% a few years ago.
yeah. I have your insurance. Your insurance went down this year.
Yes, I know. I was happy.
Not by much, but it went
No,
down.
but I saw
Hey,
my
take it.
new
I'll take
bill and I was like, oh shit, I'm saving money.
Even if it's $50, I'll take it.
It wasn't $50, but it was saving money.
Oh God, it wasn't even that.
Whatever.
Doesn't matter.
So are most of the companies still here, like underwriters still staying in Florida, or some of them
are staying
pulling
in
out?
Florida, some will pull out. Florida is again high risk. So between lawsuits, claims, the reinsurance that they also have to get, they pull out. It's a high
Reinsurance?
risk, yeah.
So the insurance company needs insurance?
Yes. So reinsurance for it, just to make sure if there's a total loss, they are able to pay out.
Interesting. I didn't know insurance companies needed insurance.
Yeah.
Right. So, are some homeowners one roof away from losing their insurance coverage?
They can be, again. The roof has to have at least 5 years remaining useful life. Once that goes down, the insurance company is going to send you a little notice. We need an inspection being done to check your roof. If it comes 5 less, they're going to ask for a replacement, full replacement with a roof contractor. A lot of insurance companies now don't like it without the roof permit. Before they didn't matter, now you have to have your roof permit.
Okay, let's say this homeowner cannot afford a full roof replacement because we're talking $30,000-$40,000,
Minimum.
depending on the square footage, right?
Right.
Say no, I'm not going to replace it. They're not going to.
They'll send a non-renewal. Usually there, it's a lot harder for us to find insurance for them. That's when they'll go into the surplus carriers where they're not regulated by the state.
So they'll lose all of their home insurance, or just a part of the coverage for
If
something.
we could find insurance for them, the insurance company says you have to replace your roof. You can't afford it to replace your roof. So we go into quoting your insurance with the surplus carriers like Lloyd's of London, which they will exclude it, the roof, and then
Cover the rest of the home.
yes, you'll at least have fire and stuff like that, so you have something covered. Because if you have a mortgage, you're required
To have some sort of coverage.
You
Right.
have to have
'Cause otherwise, a
insurance.
mortgage will do force placed, which will be double.
And that'd be more expensive.
Definitely.
And sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's
Sometimes
not.
not.
We had the same reaction. I'm
Really?
like, what? Really?
Huh.
But the sad part is, remember, your mortgage is only gonna recover the loan part, their part.
Right.
You
No,
got
yeah.
no coverage. But sometimes people, for financial situations, they stay with the fourth place.
Interesting.
Okay.
Learn
Interesting.
something new.
Mm.
Deductibles. So, how is it, hurricane deductible, really? How is it different from all the other deductibles?
Your hurricane deductible is a named storm. So once the hurricane center puts like Ian or Irma, whatever,
Okay.
that goes into your,
Oh,
You
that's
get-
when that
yes.
hurricane deductible kicks in.
yes. Other than
So what
that
are-
is your other perils, which is your non-hurricane,
So,
which is your water damage, your fire.
so basically from June to November, anything that happens, you have a hurricane deductible.
No, it all depends on your damages. Storm comes, then takes your roof, and yeah, I'll go
Yes.
to your hurricane deductible.
But okay. What about if you had flooding?
Flooding is rising water.
Well, no, because you can have flooding from plumbing.
No,
You don't
that
consider
goes into your water damage.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yes.
it has to. The flood is rising water from outside coming inside your home.
So that's where flood insurance
Kicks
kicks in.
So if you don't, but not everybody has flood insurance.
No,
I don't have flood insurance.
Me either.
you're not in a flood zone, and you're not required.
I'm
to
not
have
in a flood zone.
insurance. Now, there is a new thing now when you're with Citizens. Citizens is getting to the point where if you have windstorm, you are going to be required to carry flood insurance, whether you're not in a flood zone or not. If your
Yes.
coverage is 400, now it's 400,000 and more, they're going to send you a little notice that you have to get flood insurance, regardless of flood zone.
Okay. This is a bad show. Sorry, guys. I hate insurance. I really do.
You don't require it because
No,
you're
I
not
know.
with Citizens.
No, I'm not with Citizens.
I am. So I'm gonna be really screwed.
Yeah. Once your dwelling coverage.
Well, I'm
hits
gonna shop
400 and
around.
up-
Shop it. I shop it every year.
Bye.
I have to.
Yes, I do. You do.
I know I do.
Yes.
The minute the notice comes in, psst, hey, what's cheaper?
Before you see it, I'm quoting it before you go
Well,
anywhere elsewhere.
Even when, but still, because I will.
My own brother.
I will.
Oh my gosh. So that's one of the questions. We'll hold on to that one. We're gonna ask you about that.
Yeah.
So let's talk numbers really quick. On a $500,000 Miami home, what could a deductible actually look like for someone?
Okay.
In that price
Just
range.
because your home is free, the home is 500. Remember, the insurance carrier is not gonna go by the market value. It's not gonna go by your loan amount. It doesn't go if the house is paid in full. It's gonna go by what's gonna cost them to replace your house the way it is. So it's gonna go by replacement cost.
Got it.
So you bought your home is 500,000, but you have marble floors. You have your kitchen that is granite, your bathrooms. That all goes into a replacement cost estimated the square footage, and that's what your dwelling coverage would be. So
So the nicer your home, the more expensive.
the more value you have. If you have a total loss, you're gonna want your house the way it was.
Right.
You don't want a laminated kitchen.
Right.
You want your granite, your granite countertops.
And my marble floors.
And you want your wood floors, and so, yeah. That's where the cost goes up. So it always goes, your deductible is always a percentage of your dwelling. So if it's 500,000, your deductible is 10,000. 2% of your 2% of that.
And just the word dwelling is your home.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just for
That's how our language.
Your language
dwelling,
goes.
the structure of your
the,
home.
the actual home.
Yes.
All right. Well, when she was talking earlier about the roofs, I had a question and I was waiting for her to finish, and then I forgot, like I normally do. So, why are the insurance companies so strict when it comes to the roof?
Because the roof is the most expensive part, and it's the first to go.
Well, okay. So if you had, let's say, according to the timeline, 5 years left, but an inspector comes and says, no, there's actually more because they've maintained it. Because you can actually maintain it and probably
That's the thing.
increase the length of the life of the roof.
You know, the tear and wear that people don't maintain their homes
Right.
and keep up with the maintenance of it. As long as the inspection comes up, you don't have to replace it completely. Let's say you just do your updates. It gives more life to that roof.
Right.
So if that inspection comes back to us that it has more time, then we just submit it and
You
they
just
should
extend
lift.
it. Okay.
Yes, they should lift that non-renewal.
Okay. All right.
Good to know.
That was the question I had.
That inspection has to have 5 or more years for us
Right.
to get that insurance offer.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess my question was, is my roof is 15 to 20 years, but it looks good. You kind of just answered that. It
Yeah.
depends on the inspection
Right.
and what they find.
Right. I would recommend, they're gonna send you a letter sooner or later. We need a roof inspection.
And what do they look for precisely? Like, are they looking for cracks on the tile? Like,
Cracked tiles, missing shingles. If the roof is shingles, missing shingles, cracked tiles, missing tiles, all that. You know, they'll send you a letter, because also insurance carriers do their own inspections. You don't even know it. It's a little drone that they
Yeah,
go
they
through.
go around and they
throw
look.
some pictures.
Yeah.
Sometimes they ask for interior. Sometimes it's just exterior. Mainly it's exterior. And they'll tell you, we need this repaired. We need this repaired. You need to replace this. If there's any overhanging trees, you need to cut them. Lito has that. He has
There's
a
a lot of-
cancellation coming up.
Yes.
Yes. He has a.
Wait till I tell him.
He knows.
He doesn't know.
Yes, he
Oh,
does.
no, he doesn't.
Oh, yes, he does. Well, he should. He's for the 16th. He sent me some pictures. He has to cut the trees, you know.
The branches.
No trees can touch the dwelling of the roof.
So you just
no
cut the
debris.
last branch.
I don't know what trees he has. but
I'm just
he has
saying.
to cut.
Just cut the last branch.
Yeah, very short.
now some trees are protected, so we can just cut the branches
You
and not
trim-
have a problem.
You trim them.
You need to trim.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
trim.
you need to trim them, not
Which
to
can
touch the
cost
roof.
a lot of money.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yes.
But you could do that your own. You don't have to hire somebody for that.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
the
depending on
equipment,
the
the
tree.
ladders
Depending on
and
the
stuff,
tree.
you know, right? But okay.
Yeah.
Depending on the height of the
Yeah.
tree, obviously. How are you guys dealing with the metal roofs?
Well, actually, the metal roof is something new for us.
Right.
So now is when they're placing it in the replacement costs and stuff like that. But metal roofs so far are still with, compared to the tile roofs, 40, 50 years. They haven't sold us anything else. No.
Oh, okay. Flat tile. Or because you have the barrel tile, which we were talking about.
Tile
earlier.
roof.
Tile.
Tile. Whether it's flat or curved.
So you're giving a tile roof.
Tile roof
40,
usually has
50?
40 to 50 years. At 40 is when the insurance company starts looking into it.
That's good.
Oh, we've been telling. Okay. Never mind.
I thought it was 30.
I'm gonna keep that comment
They
to
changed.
myself.
No, they changed it. Nice. I'm good.
Okay. Have you had any interesting stories about people yelling and bitching about? Well, yeah.
Oh, premiums every
about
day.
no about after a storm, what they gotta pay.
I was lucky enough I don't handle claims,
oh, okay.
but I wouldn't think so, since remember, after a storm or anything, you have your deductible.
Yeah.
So your damages have to pass that, so the insurance could still cover it. Yeah. So if you have, if it's a non-hurricane, I usually place the non-hurricane deductible so everybody could save some money at 2,500.
Right. 2,500.
Right. So you could save money, but also be able to pay that deductible out
Yeah,
in case of
some
damages.
deductibles are pretty high.
Yeah, if you have it at 1,000, your premium goes up.
Yeah.
But all depending on the coverage amount that you have, it would allow us to place it at that amount or not.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's talk about flood insurance.
We're back to flood.
Yes.
So, flood insurance is backed up through FEMA. So even if you have your selected Florida family, right flood, that's always backed up through FEMA. Then you have your private carriers where you could get more coverage through them, less waiting period, because with regular flood, you have a 30 waiting period when it's a new purchase.
And why don't insurance companies offer it all together? Like, why does it have to be separate and like a separate amount?
Flood insurance is backed up through FEMA, so it's always a separate policy. So your regular homeowners insurance is not going to offer it. You also have some carriers that are private that do offer flood insurance.
So then you would have it all in one annual amount.
It's always, yeah, your flood insurance is always going to be a separate policy from your homeowners, unfortunately.
Oh, no
Yeah.
matter what. Like even
No.
those private ones that you just mentioned, it's not like in
The
embedded-
private carriers for your flood just have different guidelines that don't go by through FEMA. So FEMA will require you to have a 30-day waiting period once you start flood insurance. The private carriers don't. It's only a 6-day waiting period.
Are they more expensive?
It could be, but FEMA only offers you coverage up to $250,000, regardless of, let's say your home is covered to $500,000. Your flood's only going to be up to $250,000 and $100,000 in contents. Private carriers, you could get more flood insurance up to $1 million.
Oh wow. So that's why it's more expensive.
It
could- well, in that instance, it would be more expensive.
Sometimes I always quote everybody with the private carrier with, through the regular standard carriers, because you never know if the premium's going to come out less or not.
Okay. Understood.
It surprises you every once in a while.
Yeah, I know. Everything, it's a surprise every year.
It's a box of surprises
It's like, what am I going to get
that
this
we're
year?
not expecting.
Jack's in the box.
So premiums, I know, so let's say I haven't filed any claims. Do my premiums tend to still go up? Or is it like a group effect? Because if everyone
were
else
so
is
many.
filing claims, then I get,
I guess my little quote that I tell everybody, we all pay for the rotten apple.
yeah, we pay for everyone else's mistakes.
Yes.
But
So in other words, it's gonna go up regardless.
it's gonna go up.
Not necessarily. I mean, your policy, if you look at your policy every year, you're gonna notice that your dwelling coverage goes up because replacement cost goes up. So you always have that inflation guard. You're gonna notice, say, I wrote your homeowner's policy and your coverage is $300,000. Next year, when you look at your policy, it's gonna be $350,000. Automatically, the insurance company is gonna increase your dwelling to keep up the replacement cost
Right,
of so expensive Miami.
yes. Well, and materials and
Yeah.
especially with all the stuff that goes on.
Since
no,
Miami is so high cost,
Of course. Okay.
they keep up with it.
I was just wondering if there's any correlation between, those that file claims and those that don't. But you get bundled up into the same.
Gets all together because they increase their rates.
Right. Okay. All right. Next.
Next. Wait. Stop. Where were we?
Does raising your deductible
you
make
asked
sense?
that one. Okay. Okay, ready. So, does raising your deductible in Miami make sense at this point, or?
It can. It all depends on your financial situation. When it comes to deductibles, I only recommend it if you need it.
Okay.
Especially your hurricane deductible. If you don't need to touch your hurricane deductible and you leave it at 2% because that is the minimum amount that you could put it at, I recommend to leave it there. you have to, then increase it to 5. Because I know that if you have a mortgage, the highest that you could increase it is to 5%. They won't accept 10%. 10%, I mean, might as well not have insurance, in my opinion.
Right, because then it reduces
It's
the
just
amount
so-
that you're
it's just so
actually
high. I
insuring.
mean, who's going to pay for that?
Right.
But some people do. But yeah, if you could leave your deductible at 2%, that would be great, because that's less out of pocket in case of a hurricane or anything.
Got it. Okay.
So I know when we obviously help buyers purchase their homes, we have them do their inspections, and in that they have a wind mitigation and a 4-point. Does that really actually save them anything, or is it just
Your
another
4-point
form?
is your eligibility that we need. The requirements to make sure that the home is good. Your mitigation is what gives us credit, what gives you guys credits. Your roof and your, of course, the open protection. But yes, it does, especially the open protection is the one that mainly helps.
Your open protection?
Open protection, which is, sorry.
Yeah, speak English.
Yes, your impact windows, your shutters.
Okay.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
So
Stolen.
that's one thing that buyers look for, that they have the impact windows, shutters. Obviously it helps protect against, wind and whatever collides, with windows. We used to, remember back in the day, I'm going to go off track really quick.
Go
We
ahead.
used to put those X's on the windows.
You mean like
En
we
Casa
did
Abuela?
in
The
Hurricane
tape.
Andrew?
The tape.
Yes.
Yes.
We used to put on every, not that it sure didn't help.
It
but-
didn't do anything.
No, but
everybody did
back
it.
then everybody did it.
Yeah.
So now that's why we have impact windows now, right? But does that actually help lower premium? Because it looks nice in a home, but does it really help? Or?
Yes. Once your premium, let's say, I quote you and it start at 5,000. And once I put you have that credit of the shutters or impact windows, it could drop down to 3,000.
Wow.
Yes.
So now
It
Does
helps.
help.
I have a follow up to that, right? So everyone eventually is going to have impact windows, and it's basically a standard right now, at least value wise, right? Because if you don't have it, then obviously your value is significantly
Well,
lower.
now constructions are required to come in with impact
Correct,
windows.
right?
The
It's not
code.
the shutters or anything anymore. Now, it will ever get to a point where you're no longer getting a credit for it, and now it's because it's standard.
You get the credit every year. It's not, okay, let's say, because I get a lot of people who call me, I got a new roof. Or I got new impact windows. Does my premium go lower than that? And then I go into your policy and look, just because you change from panels to impact windows, credit's not gonna change.
Okay.
It's all together. So if you have your roof credits, just because you replaced your roof, you're gonna stay in good.
No, what I'm asking is, okay, so, I guess you did answer.
You get you
So
get that
always
credit
have a
every year.
because obviously the roofs are changing.
You should every year you should look at your policy,
Yes, I do.
and it should tell you that you should have your open protection credit
so
and your roof credit.
Regardless of the fact that impact windows and doors are becoming a standard, it's not going to affect whether or not you have a credit in the future. It's always going to be there.
Yep.
Okay. That was the question.
Yeah. But you should always make sure that it is there, because sometimes it has happened that has been removed accidentally, and you're losing that.
Accidentally.
Yeah. But
Okay, well, then I'll go to the question I had originally. And I think we touched upon it anyway. So, how often should people shop for their insurance policy?
you should always review your policy every year. Look at it. Sometimes it doesn't go up, and you'll see, okay, you're gonna get, again, like I said before, you're gonna get your inflation guard, which your dwelling coverage would always increase. So that's the fact you always get hit. So there's an average of 500 to 800 that it increases. That's normal. We could always look at it to see if there's another company that could offer you something better, or if that policy itself, we could do something to it to lower it if you
Right.
want. But I tell everybody, look at it every year. see what can be done. You never know.
So let's put it out there that you're not married to this policy.
No.
Like you
You're
can
not.
shop around. Even if
Yes.
it renews, you can still change.
You could
Like,
shop
it's not-
around at your renewal. You could shop midterm. The system lets us quote 30 days into future effect only. So, but we could quote it at any time. So you want your policy 30, of course, it has to be 30 days. We could quote it. If you're up for your renewal, I always try all the carriers that we have to see which one's better. But sometimes even your renewal is the best offer.
So let's keep that in mind. You're not tied
shop
down
it
to your
around.
insurance company.
Yeah, don't be scared too.
No,
But
There's
we
no
gotta,
penalty either,
yeah.
right?
No, there is no penalty. The only times you're gonna get penalty for it is if you're in a surplus carrier. Like if you're in Lloyd's of London, they have a 25% earned income
Yeah, okay.
automatically. So once we bind that policy, you are hooked for that 25%. So
until the end of the policy.
you would want, if you need to cancel that policy for any chance because you find a better premium, you would want to wait at least 6 months.
Right.
Yeah, 3 to 6 months before you change it because you're gonna be owing.
Okay.
So if my, no, sorry.
Hmm?
Huh?
Me?
Yes, you.
Wait. This one. Okay. But isn't a question.
Yeah, if my house is paid off, I can carry less coverage.
So it's like a myth or like a truth, right?
Yes. These are like lightning round.
Okay. Here we go. So really quick, if my house is paid off, I can, this is like a myth and you're gonna debunk them, right? So if my house is paid off, I can carry less insurance or no insurance at all. True or false?
In a way, you don't have to carry insurance. It is your option now. We always recommend if you don't want to carry, at least carry liability, you know, so you could have some type of coverage against others. But even if your house is paid off, we're still gonna go by replacement cost. Always.
Like what you said before, marble floors, the nice kitchen,
Yes, they're gonna go what's gonna cost. They're gonna go by what it's gonna cost them to replace that house, what it is, how it is.
So they don't need insurance.
No.
No. Well,
No,
you need it only because you have a mortgage.
Yeah, you're required to have your insurance because you have your mortgage.
Right.
Once you pay off your house,
You can
You
choose-
could choose to cancel your policy if you wish. You could choose to get a liability
Well, I guess it
policy.
makes sense for most people who are like their insurance is, I don't know, $10,000 a year, right? They'd rather save that money and then not have to pay it and
You see,
take
in my
the risk. Some people,
in my office is 50-50. Some people, which I find it that the elderly like to
That's what I
keep
was
their
Self-insurance.
insurance.
Right.
They have their houses paid off, but their fear is if something happens, I'm
I can't
covered.
pay- Yeah.
I can't pay for it, I'm covered. And they would, you know,
And that's the same goes for those elderly, that population for the elderly. A lot of them cannot pay 10,000, whatever the case is for their insurance. They can't pay for that because they're living on their social security, which is I
yeah,
don't know,
the thing
$1,200
is, sadly, a lot of the elderly have gotten that, what's that, that mortgage thing that,
The reverse mortgage?
yes, that is, that requires them to get taxes and insurance,
Yes.
which I've had.
Because you're mortgaging again.
Yeah, I had un viejito come in crying because he has a $6,000 premium. How is he supposed to pay that?
You see that?
Retired.
That breaks my heart.
He's
So-
retired and
yeah, the reverse mortgages are good for some people, but it's good. It's not good for a lot.
yeah.
You have to really consider what you're doing. It can benefit you, but it can hurt you as well.
But that's the part that they're required.
Yeah.
But once you pay off your house, a lot of people say, "That's it, I'm done. Cancel my insurance as of now."
Mm-hmm.
I've had that.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Like not a second, not a day more.
No, some
Cancel.
people
I'm
would
done.
rather self-insure.
Cancel
Yeah, they just save the money.
And they
Yeah.
say I rather put that money aside in case of an emergency,
Which
and I
doesn't happen.
and I have
Let's
it.
be real.
Well, you have to be good with.
You have to be really good
very
financially to really do
self-controlled.
it.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah, a
more
lot of
money you
people-
have in your pocket, it's natural human instinct. The more money you have in your pocket, the more you're gonna spend.
Yeah, because a lot of people, roof
just
is gonna
the way
come,
it
so
is.
I'd rather put my money aside and have my money for my roof.
Right.
Okay.
Citizens, is it always cheaper?
It can be, but no, not necessarily.
Not always. Okay.
No, just Citizens is of course the company that is backed by the state.
Right. Yeah.
Your last resort.
Yes. Well, it should be.
Yeah, but no, sometimes Citizens it's just easier for us to qualify you with Citizens. But I like to quote with the more private carriers, more standard carriers like Edison, Florida Peninsula. I'd rather get you in there than with Citizens. They offer
picky.
more.
Okay.
Nah.
So I've if I never filed a claim, my rate shouldn't go up.
It shouldn't, but it might.
And we kind of touched upon that already, but
Yeah, we pay for that rotten apple.
Yeah. So if you're filing one claim, automatically get you dropped.
It can, but it's very rare that it happens.
What
If
would
it's
be a scenario that it could?
me,
a high loss.
You got dropped?
why not fully dropped? I'll share my story.
Okay.
I did 2 claims, I guess like within the year. What I thought was like, well, it went in my mind. I went from 1 year, and then let's say 2023, I filed one. Then 2024, I filed one. So I thought, okay, going into the next year, and I had water damage in the bathrooms. So apparently the insurance didn't like that.
No.
So they said, bye. I said, "Pfft, okay, fine, bye. Like, I'm going to save money anyway. Kick me out. I don't care. So I saved the money, and I did the bathrooms, which I had to. Like, I had a leak, but they didn't like that. So I'm like, really? You're going to kick me out after I've paid you all? I was so pissed. Then the day I'm like, I'm only at $1,400 a month now. It's fine with me. I was put on probation, like a 3-year probation.
Interesting.
On timeout.
Yeah.
Timeout.
Yeah,
Insurance timeout.
after
That was me.
what is it? I think 2 what? And they changed it from 3 to 2. So I don't know if they made you do like a basic policy.
I
Which
don't
no.
remember, I don't remember right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I was saving money, and I said, okay, put me in timeout forever if you want. I'm going to save tons of money anyway.
Yeah, what they do is when you have 2 or more water damage claims, they put you on a basic policy, which covers no water damage.
Yes, that's what happened.
Yes,
I didn't have water damage.
it's really, really cheap, but you have no water damage. The only coverage you have is fire. Not even theft. Just
I don't
fire.
remember what it was, but I remember seeing the difference, and I'm like,
Yeah.
fine with me.
Yeah, you have no water damage. That's what it was. They penalize you for 3 years before you could get a regular
Yes.
homeowners.
Yeah. I think it's now this year when I'm out of timeout.
She's not being punished anymore.
No, I'll be out. I'll be a
Yeah.
good girl now.
Yeah. Now you get your high premiums.
I'll behave.
So we'll end the show with, I guess, a tip for the viewers. So, what's one thing that everybody should check on their policy today?
I know nobody likes to read.
Nobody likes to read,
No, but-
especially
Especially
that
those
fine
long
print.
papers
Yes.
you guys send out.
Right, which is your policy jacket. But you should always check what I'm gonna say the insurance term, your perils. Read your jacket, see what covers. And if you're with Citizens and you get assumed, especially if with your Citizens and you get assumed to another company, check what company you're being assumed to and what's being covered. It might not even cover water, because we've had a situation that policy was assumed from Citizens to Slide, and insured had a claim and no water damage.
Check it out. Make sure you go in. If you don't have it, if you can't find it, call your agent. Have them send it to you again.
Or call me. I'll be more than happy to quote you.
Yes. We'll provide your information at the
Yes,
bottom.
please.
So, guys, thank you again for joining us. And we'll see you next week.
Tune in every Wednesday for a new episode.
Yes, I always forget. Production always yells. I know. Bye.